Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled at the edge of the Enchanted Forest, there lived a young man named Arthur. He resided with his mother in a humble cottage. They were very poor, relying solely on the meager income from their small plot of land and the few chickens they owned. One chilly morning, Arthur's mother woke him before the sun had risen. She looked troubled, her face lined with worry. "Arthur, my dear," she said softly, "we have fallen on hard times. Our chickens no longer lay eggs, and we have nothing to sell at the market. We need money to survive the coming winter. You must go into the Enchanted Forest and gather firewood to sell." Arthur was hesitant but knew it was necessary. He packed a small sack with some bread and cheese, kissed his mother goodbye, and set off towards the forest. As he ventured deeper into the woods, he stumbled upon an ancient oak tree, its branches reaching high into the sky. At the base of the tree stood an old woman, dressed in tattered robes. "Good day, young man," she greeted him with a kind smile. "What brings you to this part of the forest?" Arthur explained his plight, and the old woman listened intently. "I can help you," she said, her eyes twinkling. "This oak tree is enchanted. Its wood is worth more than gold. If you take some of its branches, you will be rich beyond your wildest dreams." Arthur was amazed. "But surely there is a price to pay for such wealth," he said cautiously. The old woman nodded. "Indeed, there is. You must promise to plant a new tree for every branch you take. The Enchanted Forest must remain balanced, for it is the source of life for all who dwell here." Arthur agreed and carefully took a few branches from the ancient oak. He thanked the old woman and hurried home. When he returned to the village, the people were astounded by the beautiful wood Arthur brought. It glowed with a magical aura, and soon, everyone wanted to buy it. Arthur and his mother were no longer poor, and they repaired their cottage, bought new chickens, and had plenty of food for the winter. True to his word, Arthur planted a new tree for each branch he had taken. He tended to them with care, ensuring they grew strong and healthy. Years passed, and Arthur became known throughout the land as a wealthy and generous man. However, he never forgot the old woman's words. He continued to respect the Enchanted Forest, taking only what he needed and giving back whenever he could. One day, as Arthur walked through the forest to check on the trees he had planted, he encountered the old woman again. This time, she appeared younger, her robes no longer tattered but shimmering with light. "You have kept your promise, Arthur," she said. "Because of your respect for nature and your generosity, you have restored the balance of the Enchanted Forest. As a reward, I grant you a gift." With a wave of her hand, the old woman transformed into a radiant fairy. "From this day forth, you will have the wisdom to guide others and the power to protect this forest. Use these gifts wisely." Arthur bowed deeply, grateful for the fairy's blessing. He returned to his village and shared his newfound wisdom with the people, teaching them the importance of respecting nature and living in harmony with the world around them. And so, the village thrived, the Enchanted Forest flourished, and Arthur lived a long and fulfilling life, always mindful of the balance between taking and giving, a lesson he passed down to generations. Moral of the story: respecting nature and living in harmony with it brings true prosperity. Greed and exploitation lead to imbalance and hardship, while generosity and stewardship ensure long-term well-being for all.